Greetings, my Dragon Knights and Dragon Wars and Dragon Kin. I think you can get the memo. And as always, blah 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 blah. And yes, I am reporting on the news again about the graphics cards, as you can see right here.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Again, this is just a rumor, and as much, I hopefully that you at least enjoyed a good holiday. Of course, at least by then. And yes, it's from Aaron McKinley again. And if you actually got this card, well, you're in luck. But for those who are probably going to see this one and know about the price cuts, yeah, this ain't fun. So as always, if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, definitely share. And if you have the option, hit the hype button. I'll be much obliged because that way things can grow over here on the channel. And I do apologize, I haven't been doing any gameplays again, or if I have, it's just always like Twitch vlogs, Twitch that wherever I did from Twitch, put over here, which I have been streaming a lot there, but I'm also just downloading on my streams. So yeah, as you've probably seen right here, but let's get right into it, shall we? NVIDIA 5090 GPUs are getting way more expensive, and it's only gonna get worse. Well, no fucking shit, because freaking thanks for this. And yes, this has been published about a day ago, because I actually gotten this one. And yes, don't worry, I do have this one as well, and this one's been posted about 2 days ago. But of course, whenever these two videos are up, you probably would already know. It's probably like at least, I would say 5 days ago and 4 days ago at most. I could be wrong there, but yes, and go ahead and say this because it's just a rumor right now. Sorry about that. I had to go get my chewy order that I had ordered for my cat. So anyways, again, this is just a rumor, but 5090s are going to probably be up to five grand at most. What? And at that point, there's just no point paying for a down payment for $1,000. However, there is still a little bit of hope here. And somewhere in this editing, I probably took some screenshots. I took some screenshots, at least the price of my graphics card, or at least the exact same generation of my graphics card. It is about Radeon 7800, or you can go for the XT if you want to. From FSX, it's 450. This is just for right now. You can definitely go for there. But again, this is probably like a rumor that's going up very most likely it's going to happen. But anyways, anyone hoping to upgrade their PC may be in a rough ride. As for NVIDIA, 5090 GPUs have skyrocketed. The RTX 50 series graphics cards have never been cheap, but even their high-end retail pricing looks affordable compared to what they're hiding now amid the global RAM shortage. RAM shortage, or RAM crisis, however you want to say it. Yeah, it's tough for a PC gaming. It's not just PC gaming, it's also for the consoles as well. And yes, here it is right here. It says this was originally like $2,000, but now this will jump up to $5,000, $2,000 to $5,000, excuse me. And it doesn't look like things will let up anytime soon. NVIDIA unrevealed the 50 series lineup earlier last year, and as one could expect for the fastest consumer GPU on the market, the most powerful of the bunch came out of an eye-watering price tag, and right there. And I think he does say it's through here as well. Let me look through. But again, I'll definitely get into that segment at least here a little bit, because there is still some hope. You can go for a 6th generation card, maybe, like my graphics card, which is like from 2020, 2021, possibly 2022. Whenever Radeon 7800 came out, just as much as the 30 series, you should be at least still pretty fine. And if you want to go for an AM4 platform, or possibly an AM5, but you're going to probably pay out a little bit more, making this one a component roughly the same price as a PlayStation 5 console.
And here we go.
That's a lot of money. Hang on. Sorry, I'm going to do some calculation. I'm simply say 550, because you got to do this. Kind of close, but you put in 190.99. Now, of course, that's just with two PS2s. I'm going to say 750 plus 7. Yeah, I can definitely see it being like that close. So, but anyways, let's get back into it. But two PlayStation 5 consoles, and that's just a rough guess, but still, you could just at least they're getting a little bit better. I'll give Aaron McKinley here some credit. I know I was like doing the math right there, just for for the base and the PS5 Pro, just two of them. So That's a good comparison. That's a lot of money, but it does afford those who can buy a whopping 32 gigs of RAM of DDR7V RAM. Fortunately, that memory is now facing a global supply constraint, so things are quickly getting even more expensive. And this is true. And as far as I understand too, Nvidia is cutting the prices of their, I'll say GTA. No, it's not GTA. Their graphics card, at least the budget ones. And guess what? AMD is going to share enough to follow us so well, because their cousins is just following the CEO of Video. Has a cousin of the president of AMD, so it's very most likely AMD is going to follow.
Really? Really?
Really?
Really?
Really? Really? Really?
It's not too surprising there. But as you see right there, yeah, because Crucial left because of fucking AI. Thanks so much for that. Seriously. Retailers are listing RTX 5090 GPUs over $3,000. And as far as I understand, it's going up to 5 and possibly even further than that, so.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Because Nvidia started the AI generation since the 20 series. Now, if you have a 20 series, you know, a 2080, I think you're probably still pretty good. I'll definitely go up to a 3080 if you can. I'm thinking probably get a 3080, a used 3080 at most, or at least close to refurbished as best as can, and try it out from there. Because as much as I like to want to go with Nvidia's 5070, that price as probably I'm showing like right here, right now in editing, those prices are creeping up just for alone the 5070, not the 5070 Ti, but just a regular 5070 at most. But of course, if you go with the used market, please do your research, do what you can. It's just a mixed bag. However, there is still some good possibilities of the used market. I know a lot of tech channels been saying about Jawa. Go through the Jawa if you need to. eBay will probably be your last resort if you need to. Or if you have the money, save up and probably go with a pre-built. And even though I can see pre-builts going up just as much because of the RAM prices, because of fucking AI centers, that's been kind of really doing their charades. And I'm not going to get mostly into that because you know what? I know everybody in the world knows it. So, as spotted by video cards, the cheapest 5090 are currently listed among Nvidia's featured retailers are sitting around 2500, roughly 25 above MSRP. However, many of these options are either out of stock or only available to pick up at a physical location. And that's kind of how things kind of really going. Most of the listings, especially those available for shipping, now start around a $3,000 mark. And some are even closer to 4. And like I said this before, I'm going to say this again, up to 5 grand. That's like almost like a close to the down payment of a leasing of a vehicle. Hell no, I'm not spending that much for price just for a graphics card. Even though I'm more for mid-range myself, because I can probably play at 1440p myself and be alright. Which speaking of that, I'm planning to at least upgrade at least a few things around here, because I have planned to upgrade my system, because I know at least my 7800 Radeon 7800, it could do 1440p probably just fine. Just had to lower some settings, but that's still fine. Even though I've been kind of mostly doing around 1080p anyways. But to the mid-range, you can probably still pick up a good mid-range used graphics card. I would probably go to the 7800 or 7700. Probably that'd be me. At least it's one graphics below of the 9070. If you really want to go there, or if you really want to go with the 7800 excuse me, or 5080 or 3080 or 3070, or at least, you know, like I said, do some little bit of research. There you go. If you have the money. Now, will this affect overnight? No, it's gonna probably affect through the months coming through. However, there is still a little hope. I still hang on to that. As I said this before, if you have the money, you can at least get one, and possibly as most, because I know AI has been running around rampant.
I don't like where this is going.
Because our phones have AI, you know, computers have AI. Hell, even Google is mostly running AI, but before then, Siri was originally AI.
And here we go.
Even though there'll probably be some other to talking and help you out. It was way before then, before everybody started hating on AI. AI has been really around for a while, but now things are kind of wrapping up, pumping, and yet pumping and pumping and pumping. Sure enough, it's going to dump, and guess what's going to happen? It's going to probably mostly crash because a lot of people are just jumping into AI.
I'm fucking livid! None of you fuckholes knew what you're doing!
And sooner or later, that kitchen's going to burn down. Then what's going to happen with all the AI facilities? Won't be abandoned. And except for helping out those who are actually in need, no, they just want to freaking keep pumping because the investors been saying so. Excuse me, share market holders. Let me put it that way. But anyway, sorry, I know it's kind of got off here, but you can like really read here. Let's see, Nvidia is not the only company showing mass price increase amid along RAM prices. The trend started in late 2025 when consumer-grade RAM kit tripled in price after SK Hynix and Samsung agreed to divert much of their memory productions toward AI centers. And there you go. Good job, Aaron. You have, because I've been trying to tell you this before, like, okay, name what were the RAM companies, but it's also, yeah, Sky Hynix and Samsung, and of course, get the name, man, Crucial. There we go. Even Crucial's like, we're gonna leave. And yes, but what about Asus? They just say it's just they can't build a factory of RAM and make it be done overnight. It's not going to happen. Even on top of that, they still get their bunch from SK Hynix and Samsung and Crucial, so it's not too surprising there. Although I heard there's going to be like at least a way to make, you know, RAM and chips and stuff, just send it to AI to space, but there's been other problems about that too. So some people are really grasping at straws trying to grab some hope. Again, the used market can go up as well, but I promise if you build the right tools for your set, for your PC, or whatever the case is, you'll be alright. And yes, how much freaking Nvidia's been pushing. Nintendo's going to affect this. Sony's going to get very affected by this. Don't forget about at least Microsoft, aka Xbox, phones, laptops, you know, you name it. Everybody's in PC gaming already is going to feel this. There's just no way around it. You know, AI data centers, because yeah, except for helping, oh yeah, let's just keep pumping. Remove some of the cooks of the kitchen and help out and just slow down. Just slow down with the AI. Alright, just slow down with the AI, let people actually cook, okay? Not keep putting a lot of stuff and rushing in, and guess what? Everything goes up in high value. Now, when that, again, I know I'm going back to this, but when this crashes, everybody's gonna feel affected, except for at least those who are already.
It's not about money, it's about sending a message.
Already pulled out, shall we say. So anyways, things worsened when Micron dropped out of the consumer RAM altogether, and this was actually true. As the law of supply and demand took hold, things inevitably tightened for manufacturers. And yes, this is actually true, because if I remember correctly, there has been saying, hey, we've done this, and if we're going to price a little bit more, the consumer's going to have to pay, even though it shouldn't be alright with that. And AMD, Nvidia, all these companies start sharing to each other with fake money, except for I don't know, actually helping to feed people that can help you. No, you just keep feeding a bubble, and sure enough, that's going to burst. Look, I'm not a fan of AI. I'll admit that. I'm still a hater of AI. However, if you use it as a tool, a proper tool, then it's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But sure enough, this is going to be shoved down our throats, and everything's going to be in our faces and everything, and that's when I have a problem. Sure enough, I'll be on the front lines hating AI because it's in my fucking face. Fucking damn clankers. Now, companies like Nvidia with not typically operate their own semiconductor fabs, but purchase components like RAM from outside suppliers, fact supply bottlenecks and higher production costs, ultimately leading to the higher end user prices. And here you go. If you really want to read the rest, as always, this is in the link description below. As always, so there you go. It's just showing you how all this pretty stuff is. So now I have not tried a Nvidia GPU laptop So anyways, here it is. Depending on how things proceed from here, PC gamers may not be alone feeling the effects of the RAM shortage. It's rumored that Sony and Xbox may delay their own next-gen consoles to release them for a lower price point rather than having to ask more for them to account for higher production costs. Those rumors are unconfirmed for now, as this may respond from Nvidia, but with the market looking a violent, sorry I butchered this one, as it is, nothing is necessarily off the table. For now, PC gaming is not only affordable, it's not for some time. And I can agree, but also I can disagree right here. If you are looking for something like a high-end, top of line, whatever the case is, you can bypass this, because there is some other ways. If you can go with a DDR4 RAM, yes, even though that's a little high price, I'm probably showing a picture right now. There is still it's not high as DDR5, but at least it's something a little bit more better for DDR4. Again, you can go with Java, you can go for an older Nvidia card if you really want to. Hell, even the 40 series might be helpful for you if you want to go that route. For AMD, probably 7800, 77, 76. Nvidia again, 30 series, the Radeon series, the 700 series can help you out with that. You may have to go with used, but there are still ways that you can build a good PC gaming without the latest hardware here. I do stand behind that. And yes, as far as I understand, it's just rumored that, the 5090, since it's full AI, the 5090 is just it's going to increase to five grand at most. I'm not looking forward to that, and I'm sure hell not going to pay that much. Even a grand for a graphics card for a high end, that for a workstation or a full-on editor's PC, when it can just easily chomp up easily for 4K gaming and whatever the case is, I don't see a point using that. Even if I don't use the whole 32 gigs of RAM, there's still some RAM left over. However, I just don't see a point. For me, 16, maybe 12 is pretty good. I know at least one over the other is still better. That just really depends on you, however, which way you want to go. Again, you can still probably piece some things together. There is still a little bit of hope here. Use is probably a good one. I know that's going to hit up. And yes, Nintendo's going to feel this. Sony's going to feel this. Microsoft's going to feel this. Phones is going to feel this. Just gaming in general is going to feel this. There's just no way around that. And it's very possible that, at least most of all, if I say this correctly, that, the next gen of the consoles is going to be delayed and all the way to 2030 at most, maybe 2028 at most. So other than that, I think, like I said, there is still a little bit of hope here. It's not always doom and gloom. There is some silver lighting here. I know I've been preaching about this, but please just go for you need to go for used, go for at least Java if you ever tend to do that, because I know at least Zach Tech Source or ZTT has been using Java. I think at least Tech Source have done Java. They've been the ones been promoting. Hey, go with Java if you need to. There you go. And if you have the money saved up, it's best to just get a PC right now. Either A, it's going to be pre-built and built on top of that, or B, buy all the parts whenever you can, because trust me, I know. But that's just my little hope here that I can probably give you at least a little bit of nugget. So anyways, my Dragon Knights, Dragonborn, and Dragonkin, hopefully you like what you saw, and as always, don't forget to burn that like button, click on the subscribe button to join the family of Dragon Knights, Dragonborn, Dragonkin, like, comment, share, and as always, push the hype button, which I'll be more grateful if you have the option to. As always, this is Dragon Knight, Dragonborn, Dragon Sage, signing out. And by the way, I may have put in my new thing here for y'all. Just let me know if you actually like it. So anyways, farewell for now.